You've absolutely thrown me off there, Matt. All the preparation I had, everything I had to say is gone. I've just got a symbol and phase in the back of my head. I'm actually sort of shell-shocked a bit from that, but we are in the game. We are in the action. These two teams cannot worry about who's going to be playing in the major, as they've got this series to contend with beforehand. 1-for-1 trades initially towards B main, as a bit more normality is resumed into this round. I say as a B main aggression from the CTs. They want to take this fight. Blixie could get caught out here. Trapped in the corner, Glaive. The bullets aren't connecting, but finally do shut down the T. An advantage given to Ence. But quickly, in the meantime, Glowing's taking this space out towards A.
Yeah, problem is it's going to take a while for the bomb to actually get into the bomb site as well. So Ence will be able to kind of figure out what's going on here and start to respond accordingly. Rotating in towards the say bomb site. Smoke will actually keep them locked out from cameras for now. There is a smoke of their own to work with. Levikas is looking to take all of the space. So CYBERSHOKE are clearly quite keen to fight forward here in this post plant, and they've drawn blood as well. Oh man, how do Ence want to go about this? I thought they would have lobbed their own smoke forward to give themselves some room to work with, but they're just going to leap through the smoke. It's working out all right for now. It's only Venom left. They know exactly where it's going to be impossible for him. They're swinging the same side of the site. SDY goes above, Nachu goes below, and it's Ence on the board first.
He's taking it.
Yeah, I mean, he is so good. I remember watching him on One Win when I started actually like casting tier 2, tier 3 Counter-Strike. That was with Deco, some other notable names as well. SDY's gone searching. Problem is, doesn't expect Notaneki to be under the bridge. Nachu wants to trade. It's a little bit disjointed though, but Kaspersky will be the difference maker. How's he gotten 2 there? That is certainly going to be a big multi-kill to tip the scales in his team's favor. Glowing's not expecting Poddy, but he's just got that snapshot reaction. Oh my goodness, I thought that Glowing was a dead man, and that's going to draw the CTs to try and rotate back in towards A. Blixie lies in wait at B main, and it's all of a sudden just Glaive left remaining.
Glowing's actually getting quite aggressive up here. If Glaive's ready for this, which he actually was for the jiggle, I was going to say there might be a brief moment we can get onto the bomb site and put Blixie in that uncomfortable spot, but not to be. Glowing with a bit of a masterclass there on Poddy.
You could kind of make a similar case for Ence. Obviously, Glaive just tends to be a little bit more lackluster, especially against these Zoomers, man. Like, it's a completely different kettle of fish altogether compared to what Glaive was used to at the highs of the game. Kaspersky, notice how he doesn't just stay behind the wall there. He peeks into Glowing. Makes for an easier shot to hit because then he's somewhat more running in towards you than running past you.
Love that we're seeing the Zeus be recycled as well.
Yeah, exactly. He drops it across to his teammate. He says, mate, in about 30 seconds, you can try and do that as well.
Netu does actually get a dink there onto Loftus. Maybe Kaspersky can find the back set, but maybe a bit more unlikely. SDY almost had a chance there to find Lovicus, who just couldn't seemingly connect that final bullet, and Glaive. No Zeus in his hands, so I'm going to have a tough time to find anything. But Lovicus is still whittled away at just 8 points of health. It's already not a bad eco, but it feels like as soon as Lovicus gets any intel of Glaive, he's just going to back away, hide, wait for his team to take him down. Well, I say that. He wants to go for the full spray instead. 3 kills for full eco. With what, just a Zeus invested? It's probably as good as it gets for Ence.
Yeah, that's true. And we gain entertainment above all else, which is ultimately what matters. But
and weakening the economy of CyberShoke.
Yeah, those 3 kills certainly do come through, meaning that CyberShoke lose here. Actually, they do well enough in the rounds prior to that. Anyway, Notaneki in behind the box is going to get overwhelmed. He has got Levikas there to support. Nature can't really afford to continue to commit to this because if he goes down, the consequences are severe, dire, combined into one word apparently in my brain. But anyway, 4v4.
SDY on his lonesman mid has stepped playing behind this smoke. I like the angle, but if CyberShoke just choose to wait this out, he'll feel pretty exposed and might not even be able to find the exit point back. And no, he's fully committed behind this smoke. No kill found. And that's the risky play. That's the risk he takes. And Netu towards A was spotted here earlier, but the players split apart. Netu can't find one, Glaive as well, so a 2-on-2. As the smoke goes down and the bomb can start to be planted.
Strength in numbers. That's the name of the game for CyberShoke, and there's Fenomen with the AWP, like you say, a heads-up fight, and it felt like whoever won that fight between the two of them probably enables their team to win the round. Glaive clearing out his corners. Levikas just stands out in the open there, and he will finish off the job. I mean, you can kind of understand Ence's thinking there. SDY with that cheeky smoke fade is hoping that maybe there's like one guy who's working middle, but ultimately just gets exposed to like 3 people as that smoke fades, becomes very difficult.
Showing a lot of signs of life where Ence falling a little bit flat in the early portions of Anubis. Of course, they are on the CT side. But you still would like to see a little bit more. Glow with a nice initial pick. Body positioning should find one, but fluffs his line slightly, does get punished. The pistols find 2 kills back, but it's still advantage CYBERSHOKE.
Here we go. Ence at least have been able to kind of find themselves on the side of the map where the action is going down. Molly's going to force SDY forward. He does get a kill. Oh my god, a second round as well. It's down to the pistol. SDY has picked up a gun, and maybe that's what actually leads to his demise. I wonder, did he run out of ammo with the 5.7? I don't know if that was forced. Okay, well, yeah, Ence do have a man advantage, but like you say, lots of damage has been done to both Party and SDY. Glaive has got support here over towards this B-bomb site. He's going to try and reposition it to smoke off E-Box, and he gets caught in transition. That's really unfortunate timing there for Glaive. Kaspersky is at least able to find a frag in E-Box, but then Notaneki will just force the trade. That was brazen from Notaneki there, but it works out perfectly. Man advantage now for CYBERSHOKE, and a highly unlikely retake for Ence. In fact, so much so that they're just going to accept their fate. Yeah, CYBERSHOKE still have a lot of their own here at their disposal, and look at the gap that they've been able to close here in towards E-Box right now. I don't think that Ence really have an idea of this. I think CYBERSHOKE are going to be further forward than what the CTs are expecting. It's an awkward timing that Levikas is going off of right now. He finds the first on Glaive. He doesn't immediately clear out Kaspersky though, who now spots a play in his peripheral vision coming through B main, but can't win out the gunfight. I love the commitment there from Blixie to go through the smoke off the back of Levikas going through E-Box. That wasn't the call from spawn. That was just Levikas reading the round, and you can tell that by how far away the bomb is. This wasn't something that they just completely calculated and ironed out. This was just Levikas with a read and a timing and taking full advantage.
And you need players like that in your team. Sometimes things will change mid-round, but when you got the initiatives and your team can still play off one another, that's exactly what you want. And that's the signs of a good team for me. This looks like CYBERSHOKE are primed for their 7th round. The smoke towards CT, blocking vision from 2 players. There is a flank coming through from SDY. If he goes down, which he does to a clean shot from Blixie, that's going to confirm Nichu and Potty need to save for another round.
Makes sense, right?
Just one will probably force onto a half.
Let's see, Glowing is searching. He's found Nature. He's gotten the kill. Oh, man, Nature just looking rough around the edges, and Potty's going to die as well. He didn't have to stand there holding the angle. You can kind of understand why he is, I suppose, but that then always leaves the potential for being caught off from a swing. 7-1. Well, here we go. Kind of feels like it's time to put up or shut up for Ence. And this is their map pick as well. And there's an opening kill. SDY managed to take down Glowing through the smoke. No potential for a trade. Party's posted on the angle here. How brazen is Notaneki? Does Fenderman peek first? He does, and he's connected with a shot as well. How quick are those reflexes? Notaneki tries to track and trace, but there's a supporting actor for the AWPer.
On there.
Oh,
Molly actually takes down Potty. I mean, look at those flames there. Nechu's caught in between of both of them. He manages to live. It's no surprise that Potty goes down. Nechu's wanted to take this fight with this sword, but Fenderman finally does get the better of him. Blixie as well, combined on SDY, is somehow now a 2v2. Fenderman's aware of the flank, but can't connect the bullet. And Blixie's just half HP in a 1 versus 2. Both players coming from A main, seemingly not clocked that just yet.
Problem is he only has 50 health. And it actually looks like he's going to try and navigate his way to the B bomb site, but Ence have read into this. They've just immediately started rotating both of the players away from A main through canals. In fact, they might even beat Blixie to the punch here. I don't think they're going to hear these steps necessarily, so Blixie should be able to get a bomb plant in the bare minimum. Oh, he will now commit to the plant. Kaspersky's not going to immediately commit to the push, so Blixie's actually able to activate the C4. Can he isolate these jewels? No. Kaspersky just locks him into position, and Ence finally double up their round count off the back of the streak of 8.
What he posted up again, he sort of... Fenderman seemingly has got the better of him on a number of occasions. Does have this up. Util's being lined up and thrown over. Body. It's a nice angle. Just gets the tag off. Needs some support, and Nechu is there. Body combines as well, but it's a 2-on-2. as they do enter this bomb site. His Glaive's HE grenade slightly misses the mark, but it gives himself breathing room to escape.
Nice molly. Someone's going to have to pick up the bomb here, though, which is giving a little bit more time for Ence to get in position for this retake. Oh, man. How far does Notaneki decide he wants to go? Another nade miss. That's 2 HEs that have missed the mark. That nade would have killed Notaneki, you know. I reckon if that nade was on the money, that nade would have certainly fragged him. So, how much is that going to change the situation? Good chip damage found. It's going to be a flash through the smoke, but Glowing commits to mouse button 1. Notaneki, the man who avoided the might of the nade, will get the kill. Oh my goodness. Oh, what could have been here in this round for Ence, had they just gotten their util lined up properly.
Still a chance, in fact, but Fenneman not going to miss another shot there. I thought if there's a chance that ECSTATIC get out, dodge that second bullet of Fenneman, you've got a load to be Notaneki, but not to be Glowing.
And Ence absolutely cannot afford for CYBERSHOKE to get up to double digits. Levikas is going to phase through the smoke, but there's a second one there. Kaspersky's relying on that. And they're going to play the smoke fade game. This should favor Kaspersky. In CS2, it's normally the guys outside of the smoke, but Levikas is on the move. He's such a difficult target. Glaive, well, actually avoids the trade for a moment, but still eventually does get overwhelmed. 3v2. Poddy, who was tagged earlier, is one of those 2 players as well. So on low health, another missed nade. That's the 3rd missed HE grenade for Ence in 2 rounds. Come on, lads, the basics.
Finally do connect one there. Poddy obviously being softened now, being pretty weak. It feels like a decent amount of this round relies on his teammate of Netu, but Glowing just jumping across Poddy's screen, catches him off. And the Frenchman in a 1 versus 3, just to find 3 rounds at the halftime swap. Fenneman surely finds his kills dead to right. There's no chance for Netu. And he goes down, and what a first half map. I mean, CYBERSHOKE 10 rounds on their opponent's map pick.
Yeah, that is incredible. I mean, we did mention, you even highlighted it when we saw the veto, that it is still a very good map for CYBERSHOKE, and they've delivered here on this occasion, even though Ence have picked it. Could have guessed it would have been CYBERSHOKE just off of how well they've played here. They lost the pistol, and they lost 1 gun round throughout this entire campaign in the first half. Very good showing from them. Just felt like the individuals couldn't really keep up with CYBERSHOKE. Like, I just think that Ence almost got out-fragged there. And it looks like it will ultimately be a B finisher. There's going to be players coming through from canals, and there's 2 in B main. And CYBERSHOKE are starting to make some moves of their own. They're going to have 2 players in towards middle, so they could have a quick flank. Either way, the focus is going to shift in towards the B bomb site. Levikas throws a flash over the top. Needs at least a kill here. And he will find a frag a second as well. Even Blixie's gotten him on the active 2 of his own. I'm choking on my own saliva, and CYBERSHOKE might be choking out of the round.
Look at the bombs drop though. There's 10 seconds on the clock. SDY's got to only pick up this bomb, find the kill, and dodge Fenneman as well. It did look like a great response there from SDY to find a couple of kills and certainly make me believe, but then you'll realize the bombs dropped elsewhere. What a hold though from Levikas and Blixie.
Looked like they were in such a good position there. I can't believe that Levikas and Blixie both find 2 kills. Like, that's never how that's supposed to go. The full force now for Ence, kind of a sign of the times. What do you think, Charlie? Would you have preferred to have seen them save here and get 1 full gun round, or do you think the game's just too far gone and they had to go for the force in this situation?
I mean, I think the game's pretty much gone anyway, but you certainly can't. You're basically saying, what's the difference between us having to make a monster comeback at sort of 11-2 down, or to make a monster comeback at 12-2 down? That's the thing. You've got to try to give yourself as many chances as possible. You kind of do need to go for the force buy, I always feel like, because you've got to play flawless CS. And when you've got to play flawless CS and get 10 rounds in a row, and that's tough for any team, regardless of what level.
That's fair. I do tend to agree with you, but I also kind of base the way I look at it off of what you were saying there as well. What's the difference between making a 2-11 comeback and a 2-12 comeback? I don't think there's a huge gap between them. And for me, I think you always need at least 1 full gun round. I think you need at least 1 full gun round to see what you're capable of. And I can put that conversation on ice for a moment now, because Ence have at least been able to get a bomb plant here over on the safe site. Kaspersky, he's going to find the double. That's exactly what he needed. Brilliantly done. However, it may not be enough. The problem is Fenneman doesn't have a kit, so this should be impossible. Going to tap that defuse to try and draw Kaspersky out. He'll be forced into the swing. No, he's committed. He's over-committed. He saw Fenneman's not sticking the defuse, and he still decided to take the fight. Why have you gone and done that? Why has he done that?
Got a good read as well. 3 towards B. Oh, timing of this aggression into E-Box looks good, but are they going to be ready for 2? The swing on here in the ticker, the molly being pulled, glowing low HP on this bomb site. SDY not emerging. No one's actually clearing out. Glowing. He can find one. Still alive. It's the action on 3 HP, but he needs his teammates to come and support him. Glowing is somehow still alive. Finally gets taken down. It's a good looking chance here for Ence though. Notaneki is softened up.
Okay, we're good. We're all good. Everybody breathe a sigh of relief. Ence have won a round, and they will live to fight for another day here.
The full investment, Finneman, not saving for York. They want to end this one here and now. I mean, they've still got 9 chances to do so, so it feels like it is going to come sooner rather than later. And there is Agalil finding the first, backing away.
I like to see that. They're being active on the CT side. They're fighting A main, and they're flashing into B main. Never letting Enter settle too much here. Still quite a lot of time to work with. And again, it looks like they're going to start to working towards B. Levikas. Yeah, that was risky. Just back turn to B main. I guess they'd cleared it up not too long ago. He was hoping no one was there, but that's not the case.
Potty is looking to take this space here, but the deal of glowing actually connecting, retrieving an MP9 as the starts to come through. So much damage dealt allows Blixie to get an easy trade, and the 5-7 is what's going to end it. As it's a 1 versus 3 for Kaspersky. Does find one, in fact. Blixie still dancing around this pillar, waiting for his teammate to arrive, but it is the 5-7 to deal the killing blow. And CYBERSHOKE on the force by only give Ence 1 more round. 13-3. Matt, that was absolutely humiliating for Ence.
Potty has been tagged already at the start of the round. I've seen this before somewhere, Charlie.
Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly very worried about Glaive's positioning here. Can find so much, if not cleared. Has been jiggled and glowing. Domes him there with the Glock. SDY towards short. Looks to take these fights. Does have backup, but has been spotted. And Netu, despite finding a double, actually, does get taken down. But he gives a bit of life into this round. But sadly, that's where Potty is still alive. Only 6 points of health. You'd rather him be taken down rather than one of the healthier players. But still got Kaspersky. He's got a smoke, got Julies. Not the most accurate weapon for fighting at range, but still a chance. I'm not sure if this is defuse kit down anywhere, but judging by the pace that Casper is pushing into this bomb site with, maybe there's not, but the kills are going decent for Casper, but Glowin finds a quad kill in the pistol to deny any shenanigans happening from those dual Berettas there. And CYBERSHOKE with the pistol round victory. Yeah, we obviously do have the force from Ence. I like the double scouts, but you mentioned the amount of control that CYBERSHOKE have taken. You kind of want these scouts to soften plays up before these guys can, before the T's can take all of this space and control. Netu actually doing a lot of damage with this scout. Notaneki fading the smoke. Casper will find, and look how weak these final 2 players are. Netu still causing issues with this scout. Blixie is slowly creeping towards the position, will be able to find. But the minimal health from these remaining 2 players spells disaster for them.
Where do they go from here is the question. They're going to try and hang around for now. Kaspersky on the flank, though, has been spotted. This is impossible, right? 12 health on both the remaining players, 24 health between them. They're still trying to figure out how they want to go about setting themselves up. Blixie's going to hear the steps of the one player crossing. Potty's coming running with his knife out. Blixie's got the kill, and they heard Glaive. But is there enough time to actually get the bomb back through tunnels onto A? I don't know. It's going to require perfect movement the entire way. Are they going to abandon that plan and try and hunt for the kill on Glaive? Yes, they are. They're going to be committing in towards this B bomb side. Glaive has full health. He's in the committed position right now. The fight is oh my god, I can't even get my words out. The fight is forced on him, and he'll be able to get both. Like, you go to a wedding, you buy a suit, you go to the wedding, and then you just refund it on Monday at the end of the wedding.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like buying like a scratch card, scratching it, winning nothing, and refunding it.
Oh, well, that sounds ideal. Can I play that game? I'd like to do that. It's like a money hack. This is good from Ence, though. It's the first time we've seen them win consecutive rounds here on Dust 2, the second map of the series. Not ideal at all, but they're still alive. Some good signs on display. I like the confidence on display in this round, just running at their opponent.
these really long-range angles, and in the hands of some of these players, I mean, they just seem absolutely insane with it. Casper up toward the lower tunnels is being held by Lovicus. Catches him off, and the push from Netu on the other side of tunnels does get caught out as Notaneki finds him, pulls his gun out in time. So two-man advantage swiftly going the way of the Ts.
That should be enough. I don't even know if Ence are going to attempt to get back into the same bomb site once they kind of realize what's going on here. Glaive might be ahead of the game on this flank, but it's checked into by the scouts. They've got the info. He's going to maybe get ahead of the smoke, but no, decides against the commitment. So CYBERSHOKE should be able to double up their round count. Kaspersky's been tagged by said scout, and Notaneki, he wants to go searching here. Nature's on the other side, but he's going to get caught with a nade out. Notaneki's gone searching. He's gone the entire way through. Been able to get past the cross initially, but Kaspersky will still find a favorable angle. You can kind of understand what Notaneki was thinking there. That's just playing the situation. Oh, Blixie, he's crossed CT without a CT smoke, so Ence have got no idea that CYBERSHOKE have actually ventured up middle like this, but it's still okay. Very good awareness from Kaspersky. He's doing it all right now.
Really did feel like CYBERSHOKE should have looked to pounce off of Blixie's aggression significantly more than they did. Even if Blixie does go down, that's where you probably hope maybe the rest of the players are ready and raring to get out of tunnels, but it was just one other player. I want to say it was Lovicus that just looked to go with him. And you kind of just had Glowin and Fenneman sort of on an island of their own. A-bomb site is actually open for the taking right now. Glowin can just... Sorry, Fenneman can just make his way up. No issues. Going instead is going to take a big fight on these B players. Does come out on top of two. Netu has been chipped away as well, but it's SDY. The man in the back lines to deal the backstab. And clean up the final players, Ence. It's a bit dicey at the end, but it is a round victory. But so many chances for CYBERSHOKE there. You look at the initial one. Definitely chances for CYBERSHOKE there. They're going to probably watch someone back in the demo and realize how on earth did we lose that. Oh, quick shot.
Yeah, that's nice. Very good way here for CYBERSHOKE to open up. Of course, part of the AWPer would be the floater, and he does kind of fill that void right now. CYBERSHOKE just going through the motions. Good util usage to gain that control. Blixie, it's going to be such a hard fight for him to win because Glaive has a huge shadow advantage. He knows for a fact that Blixie's about to come through here. Oh, and it's a labored spray, but he gets the kill. Nature finds the frag of his own. Glaive shouldn't be able to get out of here, and he just helplessly jumps into the angle.
Yeah, leveled up in this round, but Netu, such good positioning, but even better shooting from Notaneki. As we do see SCY, similar to a couple of rounds ago where he's taking this space and he was the difference maker. He's now looking to push through long, but it might be a little too late for it to be any sort of surprise. Site's been taken. It is undefended. Notaneki needs to be wary as Potty and SDY can both look to close on in his position at the same time. And Notaneki not seemingly ready for SDY at all, but still, again, a quick and clean shot from him. And Potty obviously has to go for the save now. As two Ence players lie in wait, ready for any sort of hit. No util. SDY is going to have no issue finding these kills. Blixie goes down in middle. Glowin will get the trade, but this round's dead in the water, and the save has to come through.
Here we go. Potty looking to open up his account. He certainly should have the opportunity with the amount of players on the opposite side of the doors, and there we go. Notaneki on a silver platter will be offered up, and Potty's going to be able to collect that kill without any trouble.
Difficult for CYBERSHOKE now that there's double AWPs in play. SDY and Potty's adding so much stability, as well as just looking for so many different opening kills that they're seemingly able to find. Casper overlooked on the bomb site, has been taken down. The rotating player on long, dealing a lot of damage. But it's just a one-man disadvantage now for CYBERSHOKE. Bomb's been retrieved and the digits have to be punched in.
Oh, there we go. That's the moment. As soon as they commit to the plant, there's so much pressure that comes through from Ence, from ramp, from short at the same time. This is impossible now for Fenneman. He's relying so heavily on the smoke grenade here. Nature is not going to entirely respect it, though. And now Fenneman's out in the open. I mean, this is completely impossible for him. Ence just collapse on Fenneman. I really am surprised we haven't seen more emphasis from CYBERSHOKE out long here. Glaive is the long player, and objectively the worst player in terms of his mechanical ability for Ence, so could be a point of trying to exploit that if you're CYBERSHOKE as well. It's not something they've tried to do.
The Eagles are connecting some shots, and Monte is going to respect it and give up the bomb plant. Lone finding one more with the tech. Netu here with the M4. Good reposition there. We'll take down Glowing, but considering how weak that buy was, there's not enough rounds to really do that. CYBERSHOKE have to constantly battle against this double AWP. They have to constantly battle against the full util. They're going to have no easy ride at things. And Phenomen's AWP will connect onto Netu again. A couple of opening kills from him, but this does feel like it's been a game of the AWPers. And looking at the position of Blixie, they could really make Ence feel quite claustrophobic here towards long, just holding these angles. SDY is going to push into long. Blixie's going to get a freebie there. Glowing taking down Glaive as well. Casper will connect that bullet as Blixie tries to peek in front of the flash, but great positioning from Glowing to find. Oh, I said I don't think it's going to make a difference, actually.
Yeah, like you say, there are some consequences, though, off the back of the light utility and the MP9 as well. So let's see if CYBERSHOKE can get themselves a fifth. I feel like it would actually be a very good recovery for CYBERSHOKE if they do get 5, considering the position they were in at one point. Opening kills have been very successful in terms of rounds being converted, though. I feel like we've just seen every single round, whoever's gotten the opening kill, their team has gone on to win the round. SDY again is going to be the one to open up here for his team. Glaive goes searching. That's going to take the attention away from middle. Kaspersky decides to activate. Very good combination. That's not a play you see too frequently from the CT side. Netu looking to lock down the speed bomb site will do exactly that. And Ence on course for 8.
Feels like a guarantee now. Netu's position just could not be silenced. Finally, it is through the smoke. But Fenneman, yeah, taken down by SDY. He's had quite the first half. Him and Netu looking pretty unstoppable there. That's the SDY on the second AWP that felt like it had a ton of impact.
All of the signs point to the direction of Ence finishing off the job from here and taking us to Train. I'd love to see Train. I think Train would be a lot of fun between these two teams. It's a bit of a mix-up, a bit of a contrast in styles. Ence obviously work well as a unit. CYBERSHOKE have got very strong individuals. Either way, look at this from Ence. Just a death ball approach out long.
On that pickup, Glowing, the flash comes through, but Blixie can't connect the bullets onto the T's and keep on darting from left to right. And Fenneman's going to need quite a few players to overlook his position, really have too much impact. The bomb's planted on the other side, but can actually find Poddy there. And now Ence fighting as a unit, but Fenneman finds 2, Nottineki and Lovikus, and what have we just seen as a quick flurry of 4 kills for the CT side comes through. Welcome to matchmaking, as it is a rush vehicle. Waiting out this initial molly, this nade could absolutely dunk. Look at the damage that that's dealt, and Nottineki, this can be a round for the confidence here. Clean ace from him, not even breaking a sweat. All in one mag.
Absolutely, like you said, it's going to be good for the confidence. Locking down that B bomb site maybe also just sends a bit of a message to Ence that, hey, you can try that, but it's not going to be easy. This is my home, and I don't intend on giving it up. Glowing, that was a little bit too easy there for Poddy, I'm afraid. If Glowing was trying to go through or cross, I think he was trying to go through there. Good opening kill found. SDY off the back of the flash is going to come through. Oh my goodness, his spray was completely off the mark. Thankfully, the flash was perfect. She had all the time in the world to adjust.
Lovikus wants to re-aggress here. Is going to be a flashbang coming from Fenneman, surely. Not just yet, holding the line. Well, Fenneman now pulls out that flash. Very obvious, though. Tries to flash for the deeper position. Lovikus can at least go 1-for-1. Feels honestly reasonably lucky that he even got that.
And there we go. Ence will win this first gun round. Like I said, it felt too easy getting that first pick and Glowing, trying to go through the doors. And then I like that flash play. They've smoked deep outside of the long doors, have Ence. It's kind of like the front squeaky door smoke on Nuke for the T side to try and get a player set up to burst into that A bomb site. Fenneman has done very well, though. He's been great under pressure so far. He's the one guy who has looked very convincing for CYBERSHOKE throughout the entirety of this map so far. And I'm not sure if he's actually going to get tested here. I feel like this is just a bit of a ruse from Ence. They're going to drop a player down into CT. Levikas is ready for it, but Notaneki's gone down in the meantime. Levikas will stand tall. How has he gotten all three? That's ridiculous. Poddy hasn't been able to force the trade either. And there's still Glowing, who lies in wait on this B bomb site. Levikas has found a fourth, single-handedly wins this round for his team, and he was by himself. He didn't have anybody supporting him. Be very difficult. Anyway, Ence have been able to get out of long off of Glaive getting through there nice and early. He's going to call for the troops to rally in behind him.
Well, let's trade
This is
it
really
back
good.
and
The Max
forth in
10's taken
tunnels.
so much attention.
I mean, the rotations are here. They're just trying to delay with utility. Sinblix CMB's ready for more players to be on the bomb side, but no one's even emerged up yet. Glowing just playing behind this smoke, but the kills are all going the way of the T's. Glowing finally strikes. He's got a 1v1 on A before the rest of the T's emerge, but Netu finds. And hence the tactical pause works out perfectly. Look at the gaps it's opened up, though. Mid can be punished. Is Fenneman even going to be ready for this? He's holding towards short. I'd say I don't even know where he was holding. It doesn't matter. It's CYBERSHOKE. Hits the shot so quickly.
What does that mean now? I mean, the map's been cut down the middle. Ence have got Glaive, who's going to be going through long late. This is something that CYBERSHOKE were lacking, was that extra avenue of entry. Glaive is going to be that late player to activate. CYBERSHOKE have their focus in towards mid right now. Blixie's the only player between them and the bomb site, and he's not really even between them right now. He's tucked in, hugging the wall, waiting for his opportunity to pounce. He's ticked to the molly, though. He's missed his opportunity. Oh, Blixie, he's had a really tough game so far. And Poddy, with some sort of an egregious no-scope there, clips him through quite a large chunk of the wall to get the kill.
Notaneki does find one. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't even really know what the CT is going for this. This feels like you have to play for OPT here. A 2 vs 4, I mean, look, I like the idea that they want to give it a fight. Lobicus does go down here, but it feels like you're never winning that round in the driver's seat. Always looks like they were the ones who were going to be able to take this. And unless CYBERSHOKE can post 4 rounds in a row, Ence will be the ones to take this and bring us onto a third and final one of the train. Ooh, nice pick in middle.
Okay, well, it's a frag back. A little bit of the grit and tenacity on display here from CYBERSHOKE, and they've also just got SDY trapped right now. They're going to force the fight upon him. Glaive has gotten a kill in the meantime, though, so at least that does completely open up this A bomb site. And now Poddy can just remain posted on the angle. Fenneman has a scout, but it's going to be tough to contest the sword. Poddy's missed the shot, though. Bomb going to be tossed across there. So Poddy now tasked with activating the C4. He's going to plant for Glaive as well. I mean, low health for Fenneman, no kit. It shouldn't be doable, but there is a vague chance Glaive's going to hear all these steps. So this is such a smart position for him. And he hears that there's 2 players as well. Just calmly allows the first to cross. He executes the second, goes back for the first, and that's job done.
And the Glocks are one to finish it off. Ence, a pretty comfortable performance, honestly. I think the scoreline looks maybe a little bit closer than it was. CYBERSHOKE always felt like they were trailing by quite a bit.
All right, guys, well, we're ready to go. Let's take it away. Last map of the BO3.
I'm not a big fan of the new train, Charlie. I miss the old train. I miss the factor of being able to really use the trains and use the ladders and the verticality. Anyway, more on that later. Look at this. This is just fast and furious from CYBERSHOKE. Straight into the safe bomb site. This is exactly what I was talking about. The splits. But hang on. How on earth have these kills come through here? It was looking so good for CYBERSHOKE. It's just a bloodbath on the A bomb site.
And even the TK there, the blade coming out for Casper. As Fenneman just fires wildly, spots info off Poddy here. Both orbs against one another. Pistols in hands. Maybe that verticality of the ladder will be used here from Fenneman. But just biding his time, making Poddy guess. The UFP shot connects. Ence will win the round. And what a chaotic way to kick things off on this decider between these 2 teams. Of course, this is an elimination game. This is, I mean, look at the blades coming out. This is what I want to see.
Between these 2 teams on this decider in the playoffs, exactly what we want. A hotly contested affair here. And it's going to be the full eco for CYBERSHOKE. I mean, surely they've got to be kicking themselves if they don't actually get the job done in the pistol. But what a way to open up. I mean, Ivy is just generally a part of the map. You don't really see much action go down in CS2 here on New Train. Just doesn't really give you much as the T side. Even if you get Ivy control, it doesn't really give you a huge bonus trying to get into the A bomb site. In the meantime, Nature's making moves right now. He's going to be running into a lot of players on the opposite side. That's a neat transfer. That's a neat ace there for Nichu.
That's a real money maker there. 3k alone in kill reward for those kills. Thanks to all this pressure that's been made and space taken towards upper. And Glaive has made his way straight into Pop Dog. So Ivy has to be a success story for CYBERSHOKE here. And Blixie does find Kaspersky. Will get traded by SDY, who's now trapped towards hell. Getting one more before going down is massive for SDY there. And in the meantime, the rest of his team's cleaned things up towards A. Lovicus fighting against the Julies of Potty, but Nechu, as the backstab with the M4, takes him down. And
it's just an extra avenue, an extra line of defense that CYBERSHOKE have to try and get past. It's a very well-timed molly as well, and a deep smoke in A main. I mean, there's no smoke grenades left remaining here for this T side. Couple flashes and a few mollies is what they have at their disposal, and they're still committing to plan A. They haven't decided to try and change things up. It's going to be the AWP there that takes first contact. Venomon comes out on top of that kill. They know that Glaive has to be an A main as well, but he just shuts them both down as they emerge from the smoke. However, kills have come through fruitfully elsewhere. It's just Nature left remaining. He doesn't have any room to work with, and Venomon will shut him down. Especially off the back of how well Glaive does there in A main, but CYBERSHOKE still get out of Pop Dog successfully. That kill there from Phenomenal onto Potty, that was the really important kill that kind of ignited the round there for CYBERSHOKE. Had he gone down, then CYBERSHOKE probably just fall flat on their face. Now they're going to move with pace into this next round. Glowing's already been able to get out, but the Incendiary forces him into the open. He's still going to combine with Levikas to get a kill, but Glowing is low. And that surely should lead to him being taken down here. He knows he's got Kaspersky behind E-Box, but he himself is just forced out into the open as a result and will go down.
With not a lot of utility, you have to make some serious risks. And Kaspersky maybe making a bit of a risk himself on the CT side. Quite advantaged and a bit of a bold play to make, but Potty with a nice find there. SDY's up as well, connecting onto Blixie. And Kaspersky gets the information at least for the rest of his team to clean things up.
All right, well, here's the big round for CYBERSHOKE to try and prove that they have what it takes, my goodness. Kaspersky a little bit unfortunate there. There were two players as he swings. He's kind of caught between shooting at both of them. The run boost for Venomon. Glaive is now out in the open. Kind of realized he doesn't have the opportunity to fall back. He was always expecting that follow-up swing to try and get the trade. And Blixie does exactly that. Still plenty of time left in the round here. A bit of a sweaty angle for Nachu to just kind of spot in heaven. Obviously, he can't actually go for a fight, but he can get information without any risk. He's now seen two players, right? Yeah, there we go. Now he's going to edge his way forward. As a result, first frag is free, and he knows Glowing is there as well.
I mean, it's so filthy. There are plays that come up against you, and you just sort of have a bit of bad blood towards Nechu just for playing that angle. Played it to perfection, though. Watching both players cross, takes his time and finds both the kills excellently. And CYBERSHOKE, their advantage that they had in this round is very quickly gone. SDY under pressure. How quickly does he start to lock on that there towards Ivy? The no-scope connects. Got time to readjust and finds Blixie as well. And this could be the round to do so. Haven't really seen any sort of faster played rounds, any sort of look to quickly get out of A main, apart from that one Tech 9 from Notineki and the pistol, but we're seeing it now. Lovicus has the chance, all while blinded. Ence, all you need to do is hold left trigger.
Haven't really seen any middle grounds, haven't seen them try and force rotations, haven't really seen much pressure on the B bomb side, and then some sort of an activation out of A main. It's been a bit too predictable here in this round, just trying to brute force their way into the A bomb side, emphatically shut down by the CT side. Kaspersky will seal the deal, a nice little swing from there to get that last kill. Ence, they're running away with it, man. 8-1.
So that's going to be the only real weapon to write home about. And also, Nicky has actually just picked himself up like a little. But fast out of A main again. Feels like he's got an opportunity. And this is how it was meant to go in the last round. But I just don't think they were anticipating two players so close to the red train.
Okay, well, that's fine.
You can just settle now if you want. They don't need to... Ooh.
He's done so much. How has Glowing gotten so much work done here in this round? It forces Glaive to just back up with his back turned. That's going to be a frag for free. This was the half investment from CYBERSHOKE. Glowing the IGL says, I'm just going to try and get out into the A-bomb site. Gets a frag, picks up an AK, another as well. More damage through the smoke.
I think there's something there. I think we were just unlucky with sort of whatever Ence did in terms of felt like they made the perfect call to counter that on that round. And it looked like Glowin just wanted to take the initiative in this one and, yeah, called a very similar thing just to get himself sent out this time. And double kill from him.
Getting them across the line more often than not here on train, but he might have to be required soon. Maybe called into action. And this round, he is on the right side of the map. Let's see what he can do.
Youth was
And there
so
he is.
good.
Oh my. So much damage done by the Flames. That's insane. Poddy's gotten a kill as well. SDY is the one to rotate through. Kaspersky's dealing in multis. And it's a flash in the pan for CYBERSHOKE. They win the half-buy, but then lose the gun round immediately afterwards. They're split in towards, let's say, bomb site. 3 players trying to come through from Ivy. I'd imagine they're going to be taking first contact here. Oh, Poddy. He's got the info. It's going to be a free frag for him.
Flames again, splitting the 2Ts, but Glowin has been just that one bright spark in some of these rounds for CYBERSHOKE, and does find a kill to get it back. Fenneman as well, taking down his rival Orpa.
Oh, nice. Very good swing there from Notaneki. I love that he doesn't hesitate. He knows the attention's going to be towards Ivy because that's where CYBERSHOKE have come through from. There's even been a couple of shots fired there in SDY's direction. Nachu, though, trigger discipline, wants to try and get this kill and then immediately have a second one up for grabs. Doesn't want to leave this player either. It's just a knife to add insult to injury. The low health of Glowing is going to be going down. It's just a 1v1. And it seems like Nachu has an idea. The last player is towards the back of the bomb train, but Notaneki will just step out of position, lock in the headshot, and get a third round on the board for his team. All right, well, let's see. CYBERSHOKE have to win the pistol round. That is the absolute bare minimum. Couple sets of Julies. This is fast right now from Ence. Going in towards Ivy. 3 players. They're loud and proud. Flixie's going to hear all of these steps. He can just line up that first frag for free. He collects a second as well. Sure, he's had a tough time of it, but he certainly delivers here in the pistol. Poddy will eventually answer back, but the damage has been done. He's now the last player left alive. Glowing is going to be wrapping around Poddy as well. And he's got far too many players to try and deal with. He will actually, funny enough, get the kill on Glowing, but the trade comes through straight afterwards, and CYBERSHOKE has done as was required. Oh, man. This is a brazen decision from SDY. You imagine he's just going to be running forward, holding mouse button 1, and there we go, he's dead. As is his teammate. Notaneki runs out of ammo. Surely should go down here, and eventually he does. Unfortunately, his teammates haven't been able to arrive before he's died, so they're going to have to try and fight their way back through Connect, and that's exactly what they'll do. Going to try and split into this A bomb site are Ence. Nothing on offer as things stand, though. And a pretty forward setup. This is what I was talking about for the CT side. You're kind of limited for options as to where you can position yourself. Blixie's so vulnerable to a flash from outside of A-main, but it's not going to come through. Glaive instead will just swing out dry. He's got Nakil. Fenneman's died as well. It's now all on Levikas with this from us. And oh my goodness, what a snapshot there from Poddy. But look at how low all 4 of these players are. Barely make up half health between the 4 of them.
And it's fine double digits.
Yeah, CYBERSHOKE, obviously they don't know how much damage they've inflicted, right? Because if they'd actually realized how low these players were, then they probably give this one a roll of the dice. It's one of those rounds where you go back and watch the demo and you're like, ah, man, that sucks.
And they've started to mount a few rounds just in the nick of time. SDY in front of this Molotov. Not going to have been heard. Spots out. Fenneman takes him down as well. Could back away if they wanted. Secured the opening kill. SDY is not particularly healthy, so definitely needs to be careful. 1 bullet's all it takes. Gets the intel of Glowing, and it's a hit towards B, but the AUG at the range. You see the advantage it has. So much damage dealt again to a couple of these players.
Nachu's a little bit unlucky there because he's the second player to go down the ramp, and well, the shots were being fired at Glaive, and then Nachu's the one who dies. Levika's surely never going to expect Poddy here as well. Poddy will connect on the shot, but now he has a bit of a marathon to run to actually join up with his teammates. The problem for CYBERSHOKE is that they're not in any position to try and retake back into B.
When you look at the previous round, all those players being sort of 1 bullet from death. I mean, we could very much be seeing a leveled up game now if some of these rounds went that way, but it's not the case. Kaspersky gets taken down as the first blood and the first to fall. The HE grenade not quite hitting its mark and taking down SDY, but the push through the smoke for Glowing finds one. The flashbang's good enough, but Poddy quick for the shot.
Needs to be more though. Navikas is committed. He doesn't have room to work with. Smoke grenade on one side, flames on the other. At least Notaneki going to be able to scale back into this bomb site, but the flash blinds Notaneki and Glaive. And it's going to be Glaive who finds the Ukrainian rifler. It's only Fenomen left, and he's going to be blocked off by a smoke grenade. That's a nice snapshot there from Fenomen, though, to give himself a chance in this 1 versus 3 turn 1v2.
Got a minute to play with as well. The bomb will get planted. Poddy's position is going to be such a tough shot to connect. And Fenomen, as he slips away into Ivy, I think we know what this means. It does always feel like, and it sort of always has felt like, they did enough in the first half to be able to run away with things. Lovicus gets aggressive, the flashbang's good enough, the trade does come through from Fenomen. But Netu finding Notaneki on the B-bomb site, and look at Netu taking all of this space. Fenomen's actually advanced up through Popdog. He's drawing the rotations of Fenomen and glowing, while the main brunt of the hit is going to be out towards Ivy.
Yeah, it's all a ruse right now. Lexi, is he going to get caught right now? He does smartly tuck himself in the corner at A main. It's a smart position he puts himself in because he can catch anybody trying to rotate back through, and he can also then pounce on that A bomb site. And surely CYBERSHOKE now kind of realize what's going on with there being no further presence on this B bomb site. Nate, how have you gotten that kill? And Glaive is now going to connect the dots. Poddy's found Blixie in A main. Very good awareness there from the AWP. It's only Fenomen left remaining, and CYBERSHOKE have faltered in the series.
And it is going to be it's going to be Ence advancing through the round of 16. Fenomen again finding himself in another really challenging clutch. But Casper's first clear out will find, but a lot more players needed.
Oh.
I really thought Fenomen hit that shot there,
Me
actually,
too.
but the switch on to Poddy confirms it. Ence are our victors, and Ence have eliminated CYBERSHOKE here.